What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade coming back at y'all with some news around the NBA. We're gonna talk about the hottest free agents that ended up getting signed today, and it was a couple guys that ended up agreeing to a contract. No long-term commitment. You still get a chance to prove yourself in the NBA. Still get a chance to possibly make some good money, especially better than average people make. And you still get a chance to play basketball for possibly another year. May not get that many minutes, may not play that much, may even get cut to go to a different team, but they're at least still having a chance to make it to the NBA for another season. That's what it's all about. That's the whole purpose of free agency. That's the whole purpose of the draft. That's the whole purpose of the summer league. That's the whole purpose of preseason and training camp to see if you're ready to take that role, to see if you're good enough to get that role, to see if you want it enough and you're going to play hard enough and do what you got to do to keep a contract, to get a contract, and to stay in the NBA for another season. That's what we have to see with some of these guys. And a guy that I really want to talk about, and I've been asked some questions about him because what he did in Summer League, David Jones-Garcia ended up getting a two-way deal with the San Antonio Spurs. Still a prove-it deal. You did some things in Summer League that we loved and we enjoyed. Played at a high level. Showed that you can play off the ball. Showed that you can score the ball. Showed that you can be a little bit of a playmaker and a rebound getter. Those are all positive things showing that you can be a multiple type of guy that's asked to do multiple things and you can do them all successfully. And can you do that at the NBA level? You did it at Summer League, you did it in college, you did it in high school, but can you prove it to do it against the best? And I think that he's a quality get for the San Antonio Spurs because he can shoot and he can create for himself and others. And he is a good athletic body that has these type of skills. So they're not really losing anything getting a guy with this type of talent. If anything, is really good to see. I'm happy for him because I love what he was doing in Summer League. He was one of the best players there, and he played at his own tempo. He played at his own pace. He didn't rush things. He didn't force things. He didn't seem like he crumbled under pressure. It seemed like he wanted the moments. He wanted the things to go his way. He made things happen. And you don't really see guys play that comfortably and that smooth and that poised in Summer League that often, especially guys that haven't been there that much. But David Jones-Garcia, he played a masterful game. He played a smart, heady game the entire time. He never seemed even rushed or sped up either. The man is a veteran. He's good. He understands how to play this game at a high level. That's all you can want him to do. That's all you can ask him to do. And he did it without a doubt, without a hesitation. And it sometimes it just looked like he was just out there having fun, but he was playing around with people. You think I'm going to do this? You think I'm going to do that? Now I'm going to do this. Now I'm going to do that. And it's still going to be effective. It's still going to work. It's still going to happen in favor of how I play and how I want to get it done. And he made it look easy. But I would say a guy that was Summer League first team selection. He averaged 21.6 rebounds and 3.8 assists. That's really good to see. And Jones-Garcia also got more reps last year. He appeared in 46 G League games last season. He averaged 21 points again, but this time he got 7 rebounds and 3 assists again. He played in 29 minutes, showing you that this ain't a fluke. The guy really understands how to play this game, and he knows how to make things happen his way. And I love it. I'm enjoying it, but he unfortunately went undrafted out of Memphis in 2024. He never quit. He never gave up. He was humbled a little bit, even though he already was, but it just makes it seem like what I got to do to get one of those spots. What didn't I do? You question yourself. You wonder, how can we get to where we have to go? What do I have to do next to make that goal, to make it to the NBA happen? And he did. He played in the G League. He's going to possibly do that again this year a little bit too. but I do expect him to play for the San Antonio Spurs this season. It might not be a lot of minutes, it might not be a lot of opportunity for him, especially because they are a deep roster, especially at the wing position. But I do see him cracking rotation sometimes this season, and that's all you can really ask for at the end of the day. Two-way is a contract that a lot of people don't like, especially as a player, because it's not really guaranteeing you that much. It gives the team control over a lot of things you do. But long as you keep playing your game successfully, then you have nothing to worry about. Don't get shy, don't get afraid, don't get disappointed, don't get hard on yourself. Just continue to let the game come to you, continue to play it the right way, and things that happen for you naturally, especially if you're a guy like David Jones-Garcia that has all the skill sets that's needed to be a player that can make it into this league. And all I can tell him and his team and his family, you're almost there to getting a guaranteed contract. Just keep doing what you've been doing, and it end up working out for you. Hopefully, is all I can tell you. Antonio Reeves in the Charlotte Hornets, they agreed to a two-way deal also. Reeves also appeared in 44 games last season with the New Orleans Pelicans. He averaged 6.9 points, 1.4 rebounds in 15 minutes. Reeves also averaged 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists in over 38 minutes in 11 G League games. Reeves was released by the Pelicans shortly after the start of free agency. He still has that agent, Sam Rose, so they was able to finally get another deal. Like I said, not too much money on it, not too much things guaranteed for him, but it's still an opportunity to possibly prove himself all over again and get a spot possibly in the NBA like he did with the Pelicans. Is he a G League player? Is he a Pelican player? Is he one of the best players you can get that's available, that's young and still has potential? I think he checks all those boxes. That's why he got picked up so quickly. But we just never really know until we see how they play again. You got to prove it every year. You got to prove it every month at this point, how much talent is in the league, how many players trying to get in the league. So it does get a little annoying, but it keeps you wanting to be great. It keeps you in the right mentality and mindset. And that's what you have to have if you want to make it in this league for 5 to 10 years plus. And we'll see if these guys can do it, because Jordan Goodwin was a guy just got picked up um, after he got waived. This time he got picked up by the Suns. They're trying to add as many wings and those type of guys that can be in their rotation. And Jordan Goodwin was probably the best one available at his age. And they ended up picking him up off the waivers by um, the Los Angeles Lakers. So that's something that I'm not really surprised about. He's not really that worth that much either at this point in his career. He only had 25,000 guaranteed money for 2025, 2026, showing you how tough it is in the NBA to make a living sometimes when you know all the other teams going to have the high paid guys already, and now you're just going to be a guy that can support them and be around them to help them be better, and they end up giving you a good spot on the court to make a name for yourself. And if you're able to do that, that'd be your calling card in the NBA if you're not a star. A good one did appear in 29 games for the Los Angeles Lakers last season. He did average 5 points, 4 boards, and a 1 assist in 18 minutes. That's a lot of minutes to get, showing you that they really trusted him, they really liked him, and they really felt like he was a good part of their team. The Lakers had to avoid that first apron. So Shea Milton had to go, Jordan Goodwin had to go, business reasons, not because we didn't like you, not because we didn't feel like you was that good. It just we couldn't put ourselves in that position where we can avoid it altogether. Is a business move. It makes sense for the Lakers. It makes sense for Jordan Goodwin to get picked up right away because he is one of the better players left, and it works out that way sometimes. But the Suns, I think he will get the same amount of minutes, the same amount of opportunity down there or close to it. So maybe you can make $1 million or two, maybe even three by the end of the season, and then you're probably good possibly next year too. He's young, so if he can get that $1 million contract that can change his life good, Then it's all about how long can you stay in the league and how long can you continue to play your game and how long can you adapt to the players around you and the systems around you, coaching staffs and the players. And now it's just about keeping your head up and going out there and grinding and doing whatever you can to continue to fight for those spots. You're already there. Now you just need to stay in that 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th spot. And if you can get that spot, then it's about playing into that rotation again. Then you have to just do it every season of I might get cut, I might be a guaranteed guy, depending on the situation, depending on the roster, depending on the team, and I can still make a couple million off of it. But it's always going to be in a headache type of mentality because it's showing you that we really don't want you that much. We really don't feel they can do that much for you, or I mean for us. And we do respect you enough to give you a chance. We just don't think you a needle mover for us when it comes to keeping you on the roster long term. And that's the hardest pill to swallow is knowing that nobody really wants to keep you. Nobody really wants to, be loyal to you. They just feel like you're a mercenary. Come in here, give us a couple rebounds, give us a couple points, and be on your way next year. You can make good money that way, but you also want to get it guaranteed first. So he has a chance to prove that he's really good. And if he does that for a year or two, he can make 3 to 4 to 5 million. And before he's out the league, if he don't get any injuries, he can still have a good career money wise, and he can still have a career where you can say, I made it in the NBA. I played a couple seasons and I had this moment happen, I did this, I did that. And I played for one of the greatest organizations ever in the Los Angeles Lakers. And I actually had success with them too. So he's getting some bragging rights. He's getting some moments. Now it's just about realizing them a little bit more in the future. And that's all I can ask for him to continue to keep his head up and play hard and continue to be a good wing in this league because they're still valuable. They're still wanted. They're still needed. It didn't take him no time to get picked up. Now pick your game up just a little bit more, and then you can get paid, and then you can have a chance to have a better future once the payments, get out of the back of your head because players do want to get livelihood out of it too. They do want to be able to live their life in the off season. They want to do a good job even during a regular season of that. And 25,000 ain't cutting it. That's about average worker money. And NBA players shouldn't be making that type of money. Is basically what I'm telling the guy. I feel you. 25,000 ain't enough to make it on your own. So you definitely gonna need some help. But if he steps his game up a little bit more, he might get 250,000, 500,000. That's way better than 25,000. But he got to increase his play and his impact on the court, which he's showing that he has the ability to. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, do conversation video just like this about various NBA only topics. Also do breakdowns with real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, and also future stars. Also do mock drafts and draft coverage. So you love that type of stuff. I got over 3,000 plus videos already on my channel that you can watch right now and possibly become a fan or a subscriber. Also, I do videos basically every single day that I'm living. If I'm living, you're going to get something. You might even get multiple. If you love NBA content, you can't get enough. This is the channel for you, I promise you. And you're going to love it for that reason. And that's all I can guarantee for y'all right now. Besides, if I'm functioning and my body working and my brain working, I want to give you something that you might enjoy NBA wise or basketball wise. That's all I can give y'all right now. When this channel is up, you're going to be happy just like me. I love making the content. You guys love watching it. That's a 50-50 reason why this channel is still around 10 plus years later, and it's going to continue to be around for that main reason. Other than that, I'm going for now. Y'all stay blessed up. I'll see y'all later. Hope you guys enjoying your weekday. Hope you guys are getting your rest, y'all fun, spend time with friends and family. And hopefully you guys are putting in that work and setting new goals to have something to look forward to and achieve and have a little bit of fun with that type of mentality too. Other than that, I'm gone. Peace. See you guys hopefully tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed up.